Hey everybody, it's Monday and I've got 2 in the mailbox here. Only 1 showed up on my informed delivery, so let's go with the one that I know of first. Right here, its initials are BF and it's from West Palm Beach, Florida. I think this one is going to complete a 90s duel here. I think it's going to be Brooke Fordyce. Former catcher for several teams. He was in the Indians organization for a while, played up with the Mets, the White Sox, the Orioles. Who else? Mets, Reds, White Sox, and Orioles. Okay, there we go. Maybe some after that. I don't know. But yeah, here we'll show off. Go with these 2 here. Go with the 2 Mets cards. So there you go. Finished off the duel right there with Bill Pulsipher. Cool stuff there. And of course, that's the 91 upper deck there. Yeah, fun times. So one more. I don't know who this is. It says RH and it has no postmark on it. So yeah, I didn't know this was coming. We're all going to be surprised here. Don't know who RH would even be, just off the top of my head or anything. Okay, it looks like it's somebody possibly in the racing world, because there's a custom index card in here. Oh wait, no, it's a baseball one. Okay, cool. Yeah, good either way on that. And this is Ron Hansen. Okay, that's right. Yeah, because I picked up the 1960 rookie card for cheap at a show a few weeks or months or whatever ago. So I got those signed right there. Picked up 1970 as well, and threw an index card as well, so I can get them on a Washington Senators item. So there we go. White Sox, Senators, Orioles. Not sure if he played for any others. Yeah, looks like White Sox, Senators, Orioles. So there we go. Got those done. Added in. Good to have those back. And so there you go. The streak rolls on. The week starts right. Yeah. That's all I got. Hopefully we got some more coming up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right after this. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Nothing in the mail yesterday, so we couldn't celebrate May the 4th be with you or Dave Brubeck Day, whichever, depending on which, which denomination you happen to be for that particular day. But we're here today with a couple pieces of mail. First one's actually kind of just a shout out that I want to send with mention my high school in it. Is every quarter they send out this journal that's called the Journal, obviously there, but it has stuff about what the school's been doing lately, what some of the alumni are doing. And this year on, or this particular quarter on page 62 of the alumni notes, hey, who's that guy right there?
I don't know, who is it?
That would be me. So they sent out a thing just asking alumni saying, hey, so what's, how have your jobs, businesses, whatever been doing since the pandemic hit? And I mentioned, working in the sports card industry that's actually been booming here lately, and got an email back a few days later saying, hey, is there a photo you could send us to go with that? We can put in the alumni notes section. I'm like, you know what? I can do you one better. And so I created the, as you may have seen there, a score football card of myself there, mentioning that I was a statistician for the school there in class of '02 and all that. And they put it in there for this month. So yeah, fun stuff. Anyways, one TTM here as well. You can see right on the back there who it is from. Got a former Heisman winner right here, General Pete Dawkins. Let's see what we've got here. Feels like very full envelope here. A lot of stuff in here, so that's interesting. I just sent off, I think it was just my Heisman custom index card. Hopefully that got signed, and yes, it looks like it did. A couple things in here. That's pretty cool. So sent my note back as well to Drew, all the best, Pete. Nice. Like that. And so, yeah, he sent, along with my index card, he sent 3 signed photos, including his cover of Life magazine, kind of a postcard size photo there. Also a photo of him playing football for Army, mentioning that he was the Heisman winner. And a photo here that features a Sports Illustrated cover that he was on as well. And as I said, I got my Heisman index card back as well right there. There it is. So if you don't know about Pete Dawkins, look him up, because my God, that is, if there is like a more stunning person out there ever, I would be surprised to find them. I mean, this is a guy who did pretty much everything that one can possibly do when he was a member of the, when he was playing football at Army. I mean, he wasn't just the captain of the football team. He was, I think, like his, like class president type thing, whatever they call it there at the, at West Point, and had like 4 different things where it's like, if a person has one of those things, he's considered to be a distinguished student there. And he's the only one to have held all 4 of the positions at one time, which is just ridiculous. Went on to have some success in the business world, of course. Fought in Vietnam there after finishing his time at West Point. Ran for the Senate at one point in New Jersey. whole bunch of stuff like that. So yeah, go and look him up if you don't know his story because, wow, some crazy stuff going on there in his life. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we're going to have some more coming up this week. Got hopefully Thursday, Friday, Saturday right after this. Hey everybody, it is Thursday the 6th, and I really need to take that happy birthday thing down.
Your birthday is over!
Yeah. Like I said, I need to take it down.
It's been over for a couple of weeks.
Hey. Some people celebrate entire birthday month, all right?
You're not a girl.
Who said that's only... Well, this is ridiculous.
Love you.
I will not stand for
love
this.
you.
Anyways, hi. So, anyways, as you see, I've broke out the Jackson Generals jersey here. It's Thursday. Cory Snyder one on the back. You may remember it from about a month ago. And the reason I'm wearing that is because I got a very large box in the mail that has some stuff to show off related to this. So, last week I ended up working like a 20 overtime hour week because NFL draft for my job always has me super busy. So, my overtime pay for that went to buying these. Came in a big box in a very large Ziploc bag as well.
We're keeping that bag.
Yeah, definitely. Just like a 5-gallon Ziploc bag. It's crazy. But there you go. So in this bag, 3 more Jackson Generals game jerseys. All of which are signed. Well, there you go. Got the black jersey. Signed on the back by Cory Snyder. Get you a close-up. Hopefully that's showing up there. Yeah. There's the black jersey. I believe it's their 3rd jerseys with that one. I was not sure the DM patch on it. Let's see if I can find out what that is. Got the Jackson Generals patch on the sleeve there as well. If we can get it up there. There you go. So there's the black jersey, as I said. We've got the gray, I believe, road jersey most likely is the gray one. So the 3rd. Now here's the gray with the Generals logo on the front. Text logo, I should say. The Generals actual logo on the sleeve patch. Come on, there we go. You can see right there. And again, the DM Memorial patch right there. Signed on the back, this time on the back of the jersey, not on the number this time, by Snyder. Right there. And finally, the 3rd one, the home jersey, which has the JG logo on the front for Jackson Generals. Has the Generals sleeve logo right there. And this time, instead of the DM Memorial logo, it has the Seattle Mariners logo, which they were the AA team of Seattle, I think, up until last season. They were one of the teams that is no longer in existence, but there you go, signed on the back of the jersey there as well, right above the numbers. So, there you go. Got my first game-worn jersey just, a month ago, and I've got 3 more to go along with it. Hopefully, I'm able to find some more Snyder items out there in terms of game-use stuff. I have a game-use bat of his as well. At some point, I may, be willing to trade these for other teams' items that Snyder was with and stuff, and we'll see about that. At the very least, it's a very good way to start everything up. So, let's move on. I also got a trade in today that I made on sportscollectors.net. See if I can break my way into this envelope real quick here and show you off what we got here. Got some new additions for some of the sets I'm working on. Got it sealed up real well. Okay, not really sure how I'm going to get into this. So, there we go. Oh, I found it. It's actually got a perforated piece on it there, so that worked quite well. Yay. So, as I said, made a trade for a few items with a member of SCN. It's funny, this guy is a Texas Rangers fan living just outside Cleveland.
Oh, gosh.
Whereas I am a Cleveland Indians fan living in Arlington, Texas. So, worked out pretty well. I was able to get him some Ranger stuff that he wanted. I was able to get some Indian stuff that he had. Well, partially Indian stuff at least. So, I'll show you here in a moment what all they are. So, but like I said, 4 set hits here added in via this trade. So, very happy to have gotten these in. Been working on getting a lot of these photographed as well. I'm going to be starting up a website through Google Sites here soon to show off all of the signed sets that I'm working on. Once it's up and rolling, I'll go ahead and, talk about it, post a link here, all that kind of fun stuff. But here you go. Here's what we got. First off, let's go with the non-Indians ones first. We got a Diamond Kings card right there of Billy Hatcher. The one for the 88 set. I'm actually about to mail off an 88 and an 89 here this week to a couple players, so hopefully be adding more of those here soon. For the Topps all-time fan favorites, this is Kansas City Monarchs legend Buck O'Neil. Missed out on getting him a while back. Died around a 99, 100, something like that. Played in a, I think it was an American Association game at the age of 97. So really cool to finally get his autograph. I missed out on getting him while he was alive, so very happy to get in a trade. This one, I traded an autograph of this guy to get this one of this guy, and it is Mr. Bob Feller. There's a joke out there that there are, if you don't have Bob Feller's autograph yet, he's pretty easy to get. The joke was always that there's more baseballs out there that are signed by Bob Feller than ones that aren't signed by him. So, yeah, I traded a Feller and, who was it, Emily Jones, and there's one other one. I think it was a Rusty Greer in there for Feller here, but it was for the set that I'm working on, so I'm very happy to get that one. And one for the 91 Diamond Kings set, Sandy Alomar Jr. Alomar was actually my first ever TTM success. I also got him in person once since then, but I wasn't collecting Diamond Kings yet, so I never managed to get that one signed. So very happy to be able to add that one into the collection. So 4 set hits right there. And last, got 3 TTMs that have come in. I know who 2 of them are, I think. There's one that I'm not sure about because it didn't show up on my informed delivery. So we're going to take a look at that first. The initials on it are MD. Comes from Greensboro, Piedmont Triad area of North Carolina. I believe there's going to be a NASCAR driver. Sent a lot to that area, and they all seem to... They sent a lot of NASCAR ones out, and they all seem to come back postmarked from that area. There we go. And yes, indeed, this one is Matt DiBenedetto. And let's see here. You may have seen these 2 when I went out heritage hunting and couldn't find much of anything, but got a pack of racing cards. So sent these 2 off and got them signed that you may have seen there in that video. So had to get those ones back. Took maybe about 2-3 weeks turnaround on them. Pretty fast return. So the 2 that I know what they are, we're going to go with this one first. It's postmarked from Richmond, Virginia. And the initials under AK. I believe this is going to be a former catcher for the Astros and a couple of other teams. Alan Nicely. I think it's Nicely, Kneasley, something like that. But let's see who this is. Is it him? Yes, it is. Oh, check that out. He actually used my outgoing envelope and used a piece of it there to protect the cards in the return envelope here. And yeah, he signed all 4 cards that I sent. I'm going to show off these 2. It's the 80 and 81 Astros Future Stars cards. Not sure if either of these other guys sign by mail at all. I'll check into it there with Danny Heap, Bobby Sproul, Pete Ladd, and Reggie Baldwin there. Hopefully those guys sign. If so, we're going to, fire these off to them up next. Yeah, I signed the 2 other cards I sent there as well. One more to go here, and this has the initials of DS on it. It's postmarked from Santa Ana, California. This is going to be a friend of mine actually got this guy back the other day. So it's Doug Smith is who this one is. He's a former offensive lineman for the Rams back in the 80s, early 90s. But my friend Lee sent off hoping to get the former Oiler, Doug Smith. Went with the address that was on sportscollectors.net, and, well, got his cards of the Oiler back unsigned, but the Ram threw in 2 cards of himself signed and a short note. So hoping we'll probably see something similar here, but I was actually intending to go for the Rams one. So let's see how this one ends up. And yeah, getting just what I thought back in the mail here. Show off you these 2. Right there. 88 Topps, 89 Pro Set. And he also put in a note here. It says, "Dear Drew, my fee for signing autographs is 1 hour of helping somebody who cannot repay your kindness. Thanks in advance. May God bless you. Doug Smith, number 56, LA Rams." So there you go. Looks like that's the customary note you'll get back. So kind of like that. That's a good way to go out with signing. So there you go. Great stuff in the mail here today with 3 jerseys, a trade, and 3 TTM successes. So a lot of input from my wife there as well this time too.
It's over.
I know. I'll take it down. Okay. See you tomorrow, I hope. Hey everybody, it is Friday, and I've got 2 items in the mailbox. Saw on the back who one of them is, and go with that one first, since I figured that's who this was going to be, and then didn't see the postmark on the back till just now, but postmark from Charlotte, North Carolina. The initials are DC. The funny thing is I sent this one, I think, to New Jersey, if I remember right. Came back postmark from North Carolina, and that's their North Carolina address on the back right there, so good to know on that. But this is going to be former NASCAR driver Derek Cope. Sent to him a couple weeks ago. 3 weeks, something like that. 3, 4. And yeah, and he signed, I believe I think I sent 3 cards, signed 3. Here you go. We'll show you these 2 right here real quick. There you go. So, good stuff there. It's the second time I've written to him. First time was like back around, say, 2017 or so, something like that. So, good to get him again. And this one, I don't know who it is. It's from Canada, though, and has... Can't quite tell. Postmark looks like it might be T2E, and I didn't get a chance to look up and see where that is, but I forgot to put the initials up in the corner, but you can see right there the Canadian stamps, Canadian postmark, all that stuff. So, let's find out who this one is. Feels like there might be an extra photo or something in here as well. An index card, I think. That's right, I put an index card in there. I think it was just, yeah, it ended up just coming back with, has some support there. But there you go. This is from a Hockey Hall of Famer from the Canadian women's hockey team, Danielle Goyette. 2 copies of her rookie card signed there. She added in the HHOF 2017 on there as well. Really happy to get those ones back. I always like getting Hall of Famers rookie cards signed. So there you go. Another one to add in to the collection there. So thanks once again for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have some more to come tomorrow, Saturday. Keep the streak going. Hey everybody, it's Saturday. Bad news, no TTMs today. Good news is, though, there's a whole ton of trades and purchases all to look through right here. So hopefully we'll have some good stuff to show off here. First one, eBay purchase. I think this is going to be the card that I picked up of Eddie Robinson. Let's see if that's who it is, but I'm pretty sure that's this one. And yes, it is. This is a 51 Topps Redback of Eddie Robinson. Pretty nice condition, actually, and I mean, considering I only paid like $5 for it, that's really great. So that's actually going to be going in the mail on Monday. I still have never gotten Eddie Robinson by mail at all. Got a autograph of his from a friend of mine, but I mean, a couple things. The number one, I don't have an Eddie Robinson autograph. Number two, I don't have a 51 Topps signed yet, so this came out absolutely perfect. I mean, can't really beat the price on it, and something for the collection. So there you go. This will truly complete the Topps run that I have going on, because I never really count the 51 Topps set as being part of the whole run of sets, because, I mean, if you look at it, these cards were a lot smaller. They weren't anything close to what we see as cards as we know them today. You know, no stats on the back or anything like that. Not a whole lot of info about the player, just, you know, picture, and then these were used for playing a game and stuff. But so, yeah, it's like never really counted as part of it. There was 52. They kind of started making them bigger, put the stats and info on the back and all that. Big photo on the front. And so to me, 52 is really when the Topps set as we know it started. And all right, Chelsea just scored. Hey.
Yay!
Woohoo! Got the Chelsea game on right now. But, so yeah, I really count 52 as the first one, but got a 51. Let's throw it in, you know, why not? So, cool stuff there. Let's move on. This is a purchase from Sport Lots, I believe, right here for this one. Made a big order from them here recently to get some stuff for a game next week with the, or a couple weeks from now, with the American Association's Cleburne Railroaders. And also to pick up a few random items that I need to add to my various sets I'm doing. So, from this particular dealer, got a couple of unsigned Diamond Kings cards that I was lacking in the 83 Willie Stargell and the 85 Don Mattingly. Also added a couple of cards I'll be able to get signed, including Logan Verrett, who is now pitching for Cleburne, and Johnny Barbato, who is pitching for the team that they'll be playing against in, I believe it's the Lincoln Salt Dogs, if I remember right. So, there you go. Stuff to get signed there. Next up, some stuff from my friend Lee over in Alabama here. He's found a couple of cards I need and said, hey, I've got these other ones I've been holding on to you for a while too, so I'll just go ahead and send all of those off together. So, show those off here real quick if I can get this open. Almost there. Come on. Sealed up real well. Some packing tape there on it. So, there we go. Let's get that top corner finally broken in. There we go. So, come on. Almost there. All right. So, yeah. Lee said that he had a couple of cards of the high numbers cards from this year's Heritage, the short prints. And so there's the Ben Gamel one, and also Kevin Newman. So didn't have either of those. Great to add those to the set. Also a couple of Cleveland Browns cards here, including the green number 9 out of 25 Odell Beckham from the, what was it, 2020? Yeah, 2020 Phoenix set. Very nice right there. And some base cards from the set of Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb. So there you go, a couple more for the Browns collection. Moving on, another part of the Sport Lots purchase that I made here recently. I think that's what this is. Let's see here. Oh, no, I remember what this one is now. Okay. So I was just thinking the other night, dangerous thing going on eBay at like 2 a.m. It was only $5. So, but I was just thinking that it's like, hey, wait a second. The first pack of cards that I ever bought, first pack of baseball cards at least I ever bought, was a 91 rack pack of Donruss. I bought some football before that, had some starting lineup figures that came with cards, and I had some, 90 score and pro set cards. There was 91 Donruss. It really turned me into a collector. I remember going and seeing this, brand new set out on the racks there at Kmart, just after I started getting an allowance there in first grade, and so I'm like, all right, you know what? Go ahead and get a pack of these and see what we got. And so I ended up pulling from it a card of my favorite player, Cory Snyder, who I just mentioned the other day on here, and one of the Diamond King card of Dave Stieb, who I had just seen pitch a no-hitter in person about, 6 months before, back in September of 1990. And so I figured, hey, I wonder how much one of those is going for now. It was $1.49 back then. So I found one $5 shipped, and so there we go. The 91 rack pack of Donruss. I'm going to go ahead and open this tomorrow, I think, as a kind of a show-off Sunday video. So stick around for that, and I will be posting that up. And lastly, the big box right here. This is, I tried out Sport Lots box shipping for the first time ever. And what box shipping does is, if you're buying from a whole bunch of dealers at once, and you don't want to have to, pay them each like $3 to send your stuff to you, a lot of them will offer discounted shipping if you do it through box shipping. What they do is they can then send a bunch of purchases from them to Sport Lots itself at one time. So you might get your shipping down to like, only $1 or so instead of $3. Sport Lots will hold on to them until you're ready to pay for them to ship them back down to you, and usually it'll be quite a bit cheaper. I mean, it won't have the immediate receipt of the cards that you purchase, obviously, because it has to go to Sport Lots in between, but the price is right. So I did that with some of the long snappers that I bought a while back, and a few other cards that I needed here and there, so figured, you know what, we'll just wait on these, see what we can do, and finally hit a point where it's like, all right, I blew my entire month's stamp budget on stuff at Sport Lots, and I was well on my way to blowing it all at least, so I figured, you know what, might as well just go ahead and blow the entire thing instead of just leaving $10 there, and so I got Sport Lots to ship me the box there, and so go through here real quick and see what all is in here. I don't exactly remember off the top of my head. Like I said, there was a lot of the long snapper stuff that I bought is going to be in here. There's also, I know, some needs for Stars alumni that I bought and had them hang on to, because I don't need those just yet. And probably some other random baseball stuff that I didn't need right away either. So let's go ahead and take a look here. There's a lot of stuff in here. All right, so packing slip, there's this, which probably has, nope, that's just, all right. A lot of packing material in here. One of these packages came from Canada, apparently, so that's cool. Come on, there we go, jeez. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on in here, so let's take a look at all these and see what all is in here. So, losing off my chair here. There we go. All right, I'm just going to put these down here. That'll be probably the easiest way to do this. So, first one here, don't really know who these are exactly from. They're all just marked with the purchase or invoice number on them, I guess it would be. And see what we got here. So, yeah, this is one that has some of the long snappers in it to start with. I can get this open easily. There we go. So, like I said, if this is your first time tuning in, I kind of collect long snappers, kickers, punters, all the special teamers there. And so it's kind of tough sometimes finding long snappers cards because, nobody makes cards of them nowadays. And even when they first started making the transition from being, your regular starting center or backup center to being, a backup lineman or a tight end or a specialist and everything, then even not too many of those guys got too many cards, but still find a few at least. So like Joel Dreesen, for example. Zach Diassi, who of course is a second-generation long snapper. His dad, Steve Diassi, was with the Giants for a long time. Cowboys as well, a couple other teams. Let's see, this one has Kevin Maue, who was actually a starting center for the Jets for quite a while, and then kind of extended his career as a long snapper with the Titans. We've got Clark Harris, turned into a long snapper with the Bengals, I believe, after being drafted and cut by the Packers. Let's see here. This one has Mike Bartram on it, but I believe they misaligned the names on there because that Mike Bartram right there, that is not Mike Bartram. So I think that might be Bartram right here. So either way, found that one and figured I'd go ahead and grab it. Another one of Joel Dreesen, 2 of Joel Dreesen, actually, right there. Let's see here. We've got one from the XFL, Ricky Brady. Let's see. Got James Darth on this one for the Browns. He didn't do much long snapping with the Browns, but became one, I think it was with the Jets right after leaving Cleveland. Kind of served as a backup long snapper with the Browns for a bit there. Let's see here. Got Michael Rowan, who did a little bit of long snapping in there at some point, I believe. Got same thing with Jeff Thomason. He was a long snapper and backup tight end. Trevor Maddich, former Jet, went on to the Redskins. Who else was he with? Might have been with the Eagles at some point. New England as well. Okay, so bounced around a little bit. John Hudson, former Jet, and I believe former Eagle there as well. Let's see here. Glenn Cadrez, he was a linebacker who handled a little bit of long snapping out there. Steve Everett, he was a starting center for the Browns, but for a couple of games when Brian Kinchin was out, and I want to say 94 or so, he handled the Browns long snapping. I get really in-depth into this kind of stuff, so yeah. Got Aaron Graham, another one who was a backup lineman and long snapper. Another one of Kevin Mawe, who was, actually, he wasn't with the Jets, he was with the Seahawks, okay. Might have been with both. I don't know. I'm forgetting now. This all kind of runs together after a while. Got a Greg Truitt. Got another one of Michael Rowan here. Got 2 of Bradford Banta. 2 of the same card. Just went with Bowman there. I think that's his only card. Got Jim Price. Adam Schreiber as well. Another Glenn Cadrez. I'm just going to name off Glenn Cadrez, Joel Hilgenberg, Tom McHale, Greg Batty, lost that one. Bruce Kozerski, Guy Bingham, Todd Christensen. I'll go ahead and show these ones off at least, because these, now we're getting into some of the older ones. We've got the USFL cards here of Art Keene and John Corker. Corker handled the long snapping for the Michigan Panthers, I believe. Yeah, Keene was with the Memphis Showboats there. We got Buddy Adelette, who was with the Stallions and then later with the Pittsburgh Steelers as their long snapper. Mike Caitlin, who was with the Outlaws and then later was a replacement player during the '87 strike with the Browns, handling the regular center duties and the long snapping for them. Mike Webster, Hall of Famer, handled all the long snapping up until Adelette came along, I think. There may have been a couple others before him, but he at least handled it throughout the 70s, not into about the early 80s or so before giving way to someone else. Bob Kuchenberg extended his career by becoming a long snapper. He was a Hall of Fame guard for a number of years. More Mike Webster, Mark Brammer, Webster, Guy Morris, Blair Bush, and Art Keene. So there you go. A whole bunch of long snappers out of that one. Pile those up right there. And let's see here. This is a smaller one in this envelope. That's another thing that makes this convenient is once in a while you might find somebody who is willing to send, like, if you order only 1 or 2 cards where they will send them with no additional shipping costs. So it's good to try to find those guys if you can. This one I know at least has a couple of Diamond Kings that I needed unsigned copies of even, and it's taped down really well. If we can peel this off carefully. There we go. And it looks like also some long snappers in it as well, so 2 birds, 1 stone right there. There we go. Okay, so yeah, somehow I didn't have, I might have them somewhere. I just haven't really looked closely at all, but didn't have the unsigned versions of Bob Welch's Diamond Kings cards. I mean, he's not going to be signing anytime soon, unfortunately, but I was missing those, plus missing the Jeff Robinson Diamond King, so put those guys into the binder at least. What else? A couple of Dallas Stars alumni needs here. So I was able to pick up Al Secord, Gerald Diddick, 2 of Gerald Diddick, and 2 of Kari Lehtinen, plus a Kevin Hauser card, another long snapper, and 1 for the George Brunette collection right there. I didn't have the Orioles Crown card yet, so glad to be able to grab that one for a fairly cheap price as well. There, put those there, and we'll stash those like that. All right. Moving along, another pretty simple one. This one's from Seller Inserts 2 is his screen name. Actually, just made another purchase from him recently as well. That'll be sent normally, though. And let's see here. At least inside of the card here. There we go. Oh, yeah, this one was a... kind of funny. There's a guy that I have as a friend on Facebook who is a longtime autograph collector and trader. And I was unaware that his father is a former NFL punter until he mentioned it on a post there. I'm like, dude, well, he's signed by mail, because if so, I found a card of him. He's like, yeah, message me when you can, and I'll get you the address and everything. And so there you go, Mike Black, former punter for the Lions. This is going to be going out in mail here pretty soon. So it's from the McDonald's set that has a scratch-off coupon offer. This is from the 86 McDonald's set, it appears. But yeah, so there you go. I'm going to be sending this one out pretty soon, too, along with the Eddie Robinson card. There. All right, another purchase here. This one is several unsigned set needs. Come on, there we go. This one just kind of all taped together, but it works. It's peeling off pretty easily at least, so that's always good. It's like it's really, really taped, all four edges on this thing. Unfortunately, this packing tape tears very easily, so it took me 3 or 4 tries to get each piece off. Almost there, though. Come on, there we go. Thought I had it. Okay, there we go. So, in the middle of this one, we've got the Don Sutton Diamond King, and another guy who unfortunately won't be signing much anytime soon. Bruce Sutter, 84 Diamond King, and the 72 Mini of Paul O'Neill. I'd mailed that one off a while back and never got it back. O'Neill's kind of a hit-or-miss signer, so... a couple others that are set needs here as well. Got the 85 Diamond King Ripken, and the 72 Mini of Bryce Harper right there as well. A couple that I probably won't be getting signed anytime soon. Harper hates signing if he can avoid it. Ripken costs a little bit too much for me to be able to get, so yeah, probably won't be getting those, but it's at least good to have a placeholder there for now until I am in a position to be able to get those. And you never know when somebody might have a cheap signing somewhere along the line. I mean, for those two guys, probably not, but it's good to have them around just in case. So, one more to show off from there as well. I just want to make sure I get the tape off of these ones. There we go. Finally. And the other one to show off, this one I'm hoping that this guy continues signing. He was a real good signer when he was a major league coach. He has since gone over to Korea and was managing there, but Matt Williams, this is a steel card from, it was Leaf Preferred. Look at it, it's actually literally made of metal, printed on metal. I love these cards when they came out. I bought a lot of the hockey product. Never bought any of the baseball at all, but thought, you know what? That'd be kind of cool to get signed. So, you know what? Why not? If I see Williams start signing again, that card's going off. All right, a couple more here. Another small order right here. Should say those steel cards are 1 per pack in Preferred. Rip through this. There we go. Come on, there. All right, this one's just a single card in this order, and yeah, this is of a local weatherman, WFAA. Does the weather for them now, but he was a former minor league pitcher, and that is Pete Delkus. Got like 4 cards of him now, so we'll mail those ones off here to him hopefully soon. A friend of mine actually just got him recently, so I know he signs at the very least. All right, moving along, another one that feels like it's a fairly light pack, and yeah, it is. Okay, this is another one for the Long Snapper collection from the it was what, Fleer Game Day? Yeah, Fleer Game Day set, and this is Dave Weidel. Got the sticker right over him there, but still, you get the idea at least. All right, another fairly small, or at least small enough to fit into an envelope, very well packed envelope. There we go. This one has a few more long snappers in it. Almost there. Wide range of long snappers as well. I see a couple of cards right on the back from the 2010s here, and then some from the 80s on the front, even 70s. All right, there we go. Almost there. Yeah, there we go. And so we've got Mark Brammer, we've got Dave Huffman. I thought I had that Dave Huffman card somewhere, but apparently I don't. Let's see, that's the Whitell brothers on that one. Yeah, both Dave and Doug on that one. There's Mike Arthur, Jeff Thomason, Trey Junkin, Derek Rackley, Brian Jennings, Luke Rhodes, Kevin Kennedy, fairly recent card right there. Sort of putting a few long snappers here and there in some Panini sets. That's always cool to see. The Panini team, college team sets had them as well. So you had LP Ladouceur of the Cowboys in the California set, and Cullen Leffler of the Vikings in the Texas set right there. So once again, bunch more long snappers on that one. And finally, one more order right here. This is the one that came from Canada. This one is packaged very, very tightly. Almost there. There we go. Tuck that in right there. Kind of the opposite of putting a puzzle together. Right. 2 out of 3 down, third side right here. Back from the back side. There we go. And there we go. So 2 packets in this one. So the smaller one here first. Looks like there is another one of Pete Delkus right off the top, so that's pretty good. I think that one officially puts me at 4 cards of Pete Delkus now, so I'll be sending off to him here pretty soon. Also got some local guys here for the Stars alumni in Al Secord, Terry Ruskowski, Bob Basson, Brad Lukowich, Marty Turco, and 2 Kari Lettinens. Next up, another smaller pack right here. I like the way they package these up. This one works out pretty well. So this one's got some of the Diamond Kings unsigned ones that I need. Also some Stars alumni. So we got 2 Gerald Diddick, 3 Gerald Diddick, 3 Bob Bass, and a 4th Gerald Diddick. So a bunch on him now. And another one of those steel cards right there. This one's a Juan Gonzalez one. He's one that I know signs by mail. So we'll send this one off, see what happens, you know. And then, yeah, like I said, some Diamond Kings of Al Oliver, Hal McRae, and Joaquin Andujar. I'm going to be sending off to Al Oliver soon, because I've got, I think, 3 cards I need signed by him now. And Chase Headley here for the 72 style 2013 archives. And last pack right here. This one's got a little bit of everything in it. It looks like I see a couple of long snappers right off the top. Oh. So which dealer was this one from? I'll look and see, because there's one that I bought a whole bunch from. It was, oh, Brian SCS. So I don't know why that had a Canadian packaging on, unless maybe that was just a random package there or something. But either way, got a bunch of long snappers in this one. There we go. John Yarno, Guy Morris, Bob Kuchenberg, Bob Rush. Let's see here. Calvin McGee, Todd Christensen, Joe Happ, Eric Sanders, Kirk Botkin, Ralph Tam, who handled it while also starting at guard for the Browns. And after Brian Wagner had 4 punts blocked in about a 3-week span, they said, yeah, we're going to move to a specialist instead and let Tam play guard only. Let's see. Bruce Kozerski, Gene McGuire, Jay Lewinberg, Chicago Bear right there for a number of years. Let's see here. Sam Ano, John Brandis, Jim Price, more Steve Everett ones, Adam Schreiber, Joel Hilgenberg, Kevin Maue, Greg Truitt, Jason Kyle, Randy Kirk. It's Tony Semple, Michael Rowan, Ted Popson. There you go. It was the 49ers for a number of years. Another Ted Popson right there. James Darth that I mentioned earlier, and of some Dave Moore. So whole ton of long snappers right there, and that really finishes off a lot of the long snappers that have cards, or at least easily findable cards. There's a few, regional issues that are kind of tough to find, but not really focusing too heavily on those right now. If I come across them, great. If I don't, yeah, so be it. So, once again, thanks for tuning in. Saturday going super long despite no TTMs, just a lot of other stuff that was cool to show off there. So, thanks again for tuning in. Do go and check out sportscardforum.com. Lots of great information on there, a great TTM database. And, of course, if you haven't done it yet, hit the subscribe button right down here below the video somewhere. Just, look down. You'll see it right there. If you haven't clicked it yet, click it. You get updated anytime I get a new video put up. All that kind of fun stuff. So, thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next week.